My expectations for Saturday is a team that's going to come out, that's going to be physical, that's going to play with something to prove. Okay. When you play with something to prove, it's mainly to prove yourself right, not to prove the doubters wrong. Because if anything, Miami is being, if we're going to be honest, Miami is being hyped right now. They're not hating on us. They're not disrespecting us. They're hyping us. We're preseason ranked 16, and we were one game above 500 last year. Okay. We got a lot. We have a lot to prove, but to prove us right. We have a lot to prove that TBD is that dude. We have a lot to prove that Coach Cristobal made the right decision leaving Oregon and coming down to Miami. We have a lot to prove that um, Kevin Steele and all this uh, great gold jacket this and hype that and hype this on defense and JT and all. We have a lot to prove that what we're building and the millions of dollars that we have invested can have a return on investment as soon as possible. And I mean first game. And I want to see that. And I want to see that for our young men. These coaches, they'll be okay. Most of them could get jobs somewhere else if things don't go right. But I'm tired of seeing us waste high 3-star, 4-star, 5-star recruits on not developing them, man. Not giving them the tools to make themselves better. I'm personally tired of seeing it. And I know they are also. So I want to see us do it for them. I really do. Offense and defense. Offense, I want to see a physical, dynamic, dominant offensive line. Same thing, defensive line. I like to see the pass rush, and I'll review the film, but I know that they're going up against linemen that aren't on our level. Now, the reason why I want to see it happen is because previously we've played some of these teams and it was close. Previously we played some of these teams and we didn't dominate physically. I remember watching, not comparing Bethune Cookman to App State, but I'm saying any of these lower non-Power 5 teams. I remember watching, and I love this young man, Nestor. I remember watching our defensive linemen get ragdolled and handled by App State. Watching UAB kind of hold our offensive line in place. So I'm hoping that we get a chance to see our young men dominate a lesser opponent. We get a chance to get the second and third team guys out there because we've done so well. That's what I want to see, and that's all offense and no defense. Thank you, JT, J Love T, for the question. Thank you. Do you expect a change in coverage styles from last year? What is your preference way for the corners to cover? Okay. I expect a difference because we won't be sitting in that cover. We won't be sitting in cover 3 forever. We can switch it up and we'll have multiple coverages. I never liked cornerbacks with their ass to the sideline, and I also don't necessarily like us impress man every down because that's easy to beat. What I'm hoping is that we continue to be a zone scheme on the back end, but I want us to be able to be a zone scheme on the back end that can communicate. I want us to be able to be a zone blitz team also that can get to those pockets, that know where hot routes are, fire routes are, so that you can get hands up in the where the QB wants to. Okay, you see that linebacker creeping up, and we got a DN dropping in the alley flat right there. I want us to be able to, as soon as we feel the snap coming, pop up out of our 3-point stance and be able to flip our hips and get to number one, get to our, and then not only have eyes on him, but by using your peripherals, be able to flip and eyes back on that ball and attack the ball. Okay, I want to see some bump and run in the defensive back corner position. I also want to see some press man as far as mixing it up. I want to see us mix it up. All right. And I want us to be able to do these things in the secondary, rock and roll coverage in cover 3, sit in quarters in cover 4. I want us to be able to disguise these things also to confuse quarterbacks. I don't want them to see a blitz coming a mile away and switch to the passing protection and we stay in that coverage. I don't want that. If anything, if they're gonna flip, we flip with them or cancel, kill. You may show, but you, as the cadence is going, you drop back. All those different things. I want to see us mix it up, man. I want to see us bluff. I want to see us show a double inside linebacker blitz where we both drop. Where the one, instead of cross reading backs, the one nearest to the running back, when you drop out of there, your eyes go right to him. The one closest to the tight end, your eyes go right to him. As opposed to what we were doing last year, where we're cross reading, and now that the inside backer got to run all the way around the other linebacker to get to the running back. Take your immediate threat closest to you. Okay, those are the kind of things that I want to see. Thank you for your question. I appreciate it. I hope no one thinks I'm down on XR7 because I'm the exact opposite. When I said Barrow's vibes, I meant he reminds me of BB-8, a great route runner, makes a tough catch and gets you 10 to 15 yards after catch. I like it. I'm with you. 15 interceptions as a team, over under. Over. I'm gonna say 17. H1H. Over under one pick six this Saturday. Over. BC is a passing team. I give us two. Over by how many though? Oh, that might have been an answer. I guess. With the front seven, especially D line getting pressure on the QB, yeah, that's important. That is important. Yeah, I say 17, man. Because you got to think, all right, if we plan to play 13, 14 games, 17 team interceptions is not that bad. Okay, that would say you need two or three guys with at least three. Okay, so if you get two guys with three, that's six. You get three guys with three, that's nine, right? Linebackers, if we could get at least each starting linebacker with one. So now that gets us to 12. Safeties, I think Avante is going to have 4 or 5 himself. And then I think James might be able, him as a rover, if he's in that alley flat, ooh, woo, he might be able to come pop somebody in the ball, pop up, and then get under the ball. So that's why I say 17. I'm not going to go 20, 25. I say 17. Defensive player, Avante Williams. Avante Williams. I think James, Tay, and Cam give you 10. Wow. I would love that, boy. What? I said 4-5 Vontae. And then you telling me Cam Cam could give you three. Cam could give you three. Now the only question that I'm wondering is, are we going to play teams that air it out like that as much? Because Pitt has now switched from like the air raiding thing. Uh-oh. Clemson is going to be a balanced team. Because I feel like in the heyday of the previous coaches, it was because we were playing a spread every down. Virginia's not a spread. They're more of like a run team now with their new coach. Tech is going to be a run team with their new coach. Georgia Tech is going to kind of air it out, try to at least, but their quarterback doesn't really scare me. So the best thing we're going to have to do is take advantage of the plays when they get there. All right. So if the ball is right there and the ball is tipped up in the air, we got to make sure we get that. Okay. Yes, we're multiple defense. In my research of what we've been from camp, we've had a 3-3-5 stack defense. We've had a 3-4 defense. We've had a 4-3 defense. We've had a 4-2-5 defense, a nickel, and a dime. So we are going to be extremely multiple. To the point where some people are a little nervous about it. Like, did our young men have a time to learn it all? But cover three is cover three, whether I'm in a 3-3 stack or a 3-4. The difference is who is going to be my alley flats, or who's the whole guy. Out of a traditional 3-4, a traditional 4-3 depends on the strength in your weak side. So that's who's good. Are you an immediate flat? Are you an alley flat? It's just different. You gotta figure that out. That's why you have your Mike Mac, because the reason why you might say a Mac is in a 3-4 because we have two inside linebackers. In a 4-2-5, we have two inside linebackers. But in a 4-3, we got a true Mike. Okay? That's why you have Mike Mac. Because there's sometimes where you are literally like a 10 technique, meaning you're the other side of the one technique, and you are a true middle linebacker. There's other times where you'll have two people and you might be in a 40 or 30 because we have a nose who's a true 00 and then two 4-eye techniques. So then you need to be 30s, meaning that you're on the outside shade of the guard. So it's like I said, it kind of goes. That's how defense can get complex in the way the game is when you're teaching so many multiple defenses. Just asking, how surprised will you be if Ivory is our second best boundary corner? Pretty surprised, but I mean not too much. I mean, Marcus Clark was a guy I was high on. He slid. Um, we've been waiting to see what's going to come out of Jalen Harrell for a while. We've been waiting on what's going to come out of Isaiah Dunson for a while. DJ Ivy opposite of Tyreek Stevenson. We need somebody to step up on that side, dude. Somebody. And if that's what we got is a DJ Ivy that's brand new and improved and ready to go, then let's roll. But we need somebody to step up on that side.